Hi everybody, my name is Richard Santoro and I welcome you to Third and Zen, the YouTube channel where every week we are sharing a spiritual message to nourish ourselves, heart, mind, body, and soul. So first, thank you for stopping by the channel, checking out today's video. I hope this video finds you doing well. I hope you're taking the time to care for yourself, heart, mind, body, and soul, and care for one another. So, if you feel like liking, subscribing, sharing the video, all that stuff, it is helpful. Okay, I'm going to get right into things because this is just an off-the-cuff something I wanted to share. So in the last video, which I'll put a link below for, I shared a message about how we care for our thinking, our mind, our headspace, what we think about, what we lean into. Is our morning commute horrible, or is it give us an opportunity to whatever? So what we lean into, caring for our headspace and being mindful of our thoughts in terms of our overall spiritual, physical, mental, emotional well-being. You know, it's always been said that, you know, when it comes to a sermon, you want to be able, this is something we used to teach people, you want to be able to sum your sermon up in one sentence. And I think I struggled summing that up in one sentence, but I did my best. Okay, let me get into it. So when I initially recorded that message, it didn't go well. It didn't go well at all. It's a message I did about 10 years ago, and there were things about it I didn't like, and just it wasn't coming together. And I stopped to record the video, you know, when I finally was ready to, like, all right, it's time. I want to do it. I did it, and I'm recording it, and it just, during the recording, it wasn't feeling right, but I'm rolling with it anyway. This was it. I'm going to trust God. And then outside my bedroom door, when I was like at the end, right at the closing, one of my cats started throwing up, which happens. Two of them have very sensitive stomachs, and you could just hear it. You could just hear it. And one, it just totally threw me off, as you can imagine. And two, I went back and listened to the video. I'm like, I'm thinking maybe you can't hear it, but you could hear it in the video. And so it clearly would not have been something that I would have shared. So here I am. It was Friday. I had a busy weekend ahead of me, and I wanted to get this video recorded so I could have it shared on Sunday. So I was able to record it. Wasn't feeling great about the message, and then the cat throws up, and I was done. I was done. And here's where I'm going with all this. Here I am trying to share a message about our thoughts, about what we lean into in our thinking. Are we allowing the thoughts of the events around us to, you know, to feel our feelings of frustration or anger or whatever, and hold space for that with love, but at the same time, not living in the thought, not allowing ourselves, myself in this situation, to really, really stay there, to really live there and not say, wait, okay, feel those feelings, take some breaths. Okay, that happened. Those are just thoughts. Hold space with love. You're welcome here, and then let them move on. No, I kind of was leaning into the part of it, and I was kind of staying there for longer than I would have liked. And it really was affecting me, heart, mind, body, and soul. And my family that I live with, they noticed it, and they're like, "How you doing?" I'm like, you know, I don't outwardly react. I kind of tend to just close myself off. And you know, the air conditioner in the bedroom went on. I started doing to like close myself off in the world. And they're like, hey, let's take a ride. Let's get out. And that's what we did, and it helped. It helped me reset my headspace. It helped me reset my heart, mind, body, and soul. And more importantly, it helped me reset my thinking and my thoughts about what transpired. It really did. The message wasn't going well. I wasn't fully comfortable with it. I had made tweaks to it from when I had first written it a decade ago, but I still wasn't there. And yet I was still plowing forward with it because it's timing and schedule and want to get to, this is where my thinking was at. This is where I was allowing myself to lean into with my thoughts. But then the cat, by divine providence, happened to get sick, poor little guy, and it made me not be able to share that video, and then breathe and take a drive and lean into the other thoughts. Like, okay, then that was not the message I was supposed to share in that form. And, you know, went about the journey, and then the next day recorded it, and one take, it felt good. I made some edits, and I felt the Spirit led me away and towards. And in the end, where I was thinking, holding space with love for the frustration, the anger, the uncertainty about it all, or whatever, the scheduling, allowing myself to hold space with those thoughts, but then moving away from them, or allowing the thoughts to move on their own, like the tide. Okay, I see you. You're just thoughts. You're just perceptions about what's taking place around me and in my sphere of life. But okay, hold space with love, and now you move on from that and move towards and lean away and lean towards. And it helped a lot. And I have to say, let me bring all this in for a little bit of a landing. Throughout, when I was both in the thoughts of anger, frustration, and then moving to a more peaceful place that God was leading me, throughout that entire journey, what kept popping into my head, and I don't think this is by accident, the way I process it, I'm going to say it's God, helping me, providing me with the Spirit, God helping me. What kept popping into my head was a hymn, one of my favorite hymns. And I will say one of my favorite hymns, about 50 different hymns. This is one of my favorites. It's one I used in worship quite a bit. And it's what kept popping in my head for myself, and also as, hey, you should share this on your channel. You should share this and reference this. I even thought of maybe doing this in lieu of that message. But no, instead, it's an addendum to it. It's an epilogue, a peaceful epilogue. So I want to share that. So that's that. Minor, brief introduction to this. When we are struggling with our headspace, when the circumstances of life are really hitting us to the point where we're having a hard time with labeling our thoughts as, oh, they're just thoughts. You're welcome here with love and love and move on. But no, when our mind is really beating us up, and then that beats us up, heart, mind, body, and soul, this is a good place to try our best to lean into. This is a hymn called Come and Find the Quiet Center. Come and Find the Quiet Center. So maybe if you are in a place where mentally the thoughts, what you're thinking, what you're leaning into are really challenging, here's where we can go. Come and find the quiet center in the crowded life we lead. Find the room for hope to enter. Find the frame where we are freed. Clear the chaos and the clutter. Clear our eyes that we can see all the things that really matter. Be at peace and simply be. Silence is a friend who claims us, cools the heat and slows the pace. God it is who speaks and names us, knows our being, touches base, making space within our thinking, lifting shades to show the sun, raising courage when we're shrinking, finding scope for faith begun. In the Spirit to let us travel, open to each other's pain. Let our loves and fears unravel, celebrate the space we gain. There's a place for deepest dreaming. There's a time for heart to care. In the Spirit's lively scheming, there is always room to spare. Come and find the quiet center in the crowded life we lead. Find the room for hope to enter. Find the frame where we are freed. Clear the chaos and the clutter. Clear our eyes that we can see all the things that really matter. Be at peace and simply be. Friends, I want to thank you for stopping by the channel. Again, I hope this video found you doing well. And if it found you not doing so great, I hope you found fruit in it and maybe are doing a little bit better. Either way, I wish you the peace of God, the joy and love of Christ with you on your journey. Thanks. I love you all. Have a great day.